Hey Sparkle Squad, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jasmine and welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and tricks on how to do a waltz jump. So this is actually my very first basic jump video and I'm really excited for this. So let's get started with how to do a waltz jump in figure skating. Alright guys, so a waltz jump is the very first jump that you learn in figure skating when you start doing jumps. It's the most simple, it's the most basic, and it's also like the foundation for everything else that you're going to learn in figure skating when you start moving up in levels. So pretty much all a waltz jump is you're going to be gliding in, you're going to do a half turn in the air, and you're going to land gliding backwards on the opposite foot. And I know it may sound confusing or it may sound like it's hard, especially if you're just beginning, but trust me, there are some tips and tricks that we can do that'll make it super easy. Alright, so before getting started with a waltz jump, the most basic elements that we're actually going to need to have before starting is we're going to need to know how to do a forward outside edge. This could be depending on whatever foot you're doing it on. I'm a righty, which means that I jump this way, so when I glide going into my waltz jump, I am gliding on my left foot. But if you guys are a lefty and you want to learn how to do a waltz jump, then you guys are going to need to reverse all of these steps and you're going to be gliding into your jump on your right foot going into your waltz jump. So once we have that edge going into the jump, that is going to be the very first basic thing. And the other edge that we're going to need is we're going to be able to do a back outside edge. And we want to make sure that we have a nice landing position and we can do this on our foot. And we want to make sure that our glides are nice and stable. And this is especially going to help because it's going to help us stabilize that landing and also the entry edge when we're going to go do our waltz jumps. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to practice is we're going to work on doing that half jump. But first, before we start doing it off of one foot and landing on one foot, we're going to start doing it off of 2 feet. So what we're going to do is we're just going to be doing a standstill. We're not going to be doing anything moving into it. What we're going to do is we're just going to stand here, pretty much, and all we're going to do is we're going to have our arms twisted like this, or it doesn't actually really matter, but for this specific exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to have our arms twisted, so we're going to kind of be facing this way. For me, I'm facing towards my right, so my arms are like this, but obviously if you're a lefty, you're going to be facing like this, facing towards the left. So we're going to start in this position, we're going to bend our knees, and when we're going to jump up and we're going to bring our arms in. So we're going to go here, we're going to bring our arms in, we're going to do a half a turn, and we're going to land with our arms on the same side that we started with. So I'm actually going to do that to the side so that you guys can see that a little bit better. But we're going to go here, we're going to jump, arms in, and land. You want to make sure that you're bending your knees because that's very important, because you don't want to go here, do a jump, and then just land flat-footed with no knee bend, because then you're just going to slip off your edge and fall backwards. And those falls are really painful. So pretty much we're just going to work on this. We're going to bend, arms together, and we're going to do a half a turn. So we're going to go here, arms together, like so. And we're going to work on that until we get comfortable. Alright guys, so now we are going to go and we're going to add some speed to this half turn that we just learned to do. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take a couple of steps and we're going to be gliding forward in the same position with our arms twisted to either side. Since I'm righty, my arms to the right, lefties go to the left. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to be right here, and then we're going to drop our arms and we're going to bring them behind us. So we're still going to be gliding forwards and we're going to go like this. So we're going to have arms here, we're going to drop, bring them behind, we're going to do our half turn moving forwards, and in the air we're going to bring our arms together and we're going to be landing backwards, again twisted to whichever side you started off on. So what we're going to take a couple of steps. You don't want to do this too fast because you don't want to overwhelm yourself and not be able to do it or accidentally fall super hard, because those are going to be really painful and we don't want to make any mental blocks, especially this early. So we're just going to go nice and slow, arms to the side, bring them back, through, in, and out when you land. You want to make sure that your arms are really coming through when you do this. Before you pull in, you want to go back, through, in, out. This through is going to help, especially a lot when we're doing our actual Waltz jump off of one foot, because this is going to help us get that distance that we need when we do the jump, and it's going to ensure that we're not doing our jump in one spot. So we're going to work on this motion until we get used to it and more comfortable, and this is going to help a lot when we're doing our Waltz jump. Alright guys, so now we are going to use the wall for some help when learning how to do our Waltz jump. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the wall, and we're going to have both hands on the wall like so. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our foot behind us. Again, since I'm a righty, my right foot is going to be in the air, and I'm going to have it in this like 4 position kind of. It's going to be at like a 90-degree angle, and it's going to be like this behind me. You want to make sure it's not too bent, and you also don't want to make sure that it's straight, because the bent, like having your leg at a 90-degree angle is going to make it a lot easier when you bring it through, and this is going to help a lot with getting your distance on your Waltz jump. So if you're also a lefty, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be doing the same exact thing, just with your left foot behind you. Okay, so now once we have that position down, we're going to go like this. We're going to have both arms on the wall. We're going to have our foot behind us. We're going to bring it through, and we're going to have it in front of us. And when I was learning how to do it, Waltz jump or just axel, general, double axel, stuff like that, you'll hear a lot of people say that this position is like a 4 position. I don't really like that, because if you think of a 4, it would look more like this, and this is what you want it to look like. So if you think of a 4 position, or an H position is what a lot of people also refer to it, is you're going to have your leg out at a 90-degree angle, and your other foot is going to be straight. So we're going to go back through into that H position, and we're going to go up onto our toe pick on our standing leg. We're going to jump. We're going to like switch legs. We're not going to jump right now. We're going to switch until we're on both toe picks, and then we're going to switch backwards. So when we switch backwards, again, we want to be in this 4 position that we were doing on this foot right here. So we're pretty much just going to switch and do the exact same thing on the other foot, and then we're going to come off of our toe pick, and we're going to bring our foot behind us and do our nice landing position. After we get comfortable with doing that motion, we're going to start jumping this instead of doing it on our toe picks. So we're going to go here, our foot is behind us, bring it through to that H position onto our toe pick, we're going to jump, we're going to switch to that position, to that other H position, and our foot is going to come behind us. And then we're going to slowly start to add speed and like make it faster. So we're going to go back, through, jump, out, land. And we're going to work on getting comfortable with that, because once we get comfortable with doing a Waltz jump on the wall, then it's going to be a lot easier doing it off the wall. Alright, so now we are going to start doing our Waltz jump off of the wall. And I know this might sound a little bit scary, but don't worry, you guys got this, and it's going to be pretty easy. So we're actually going to start off with a simple version. We're not actually going to go straight into a Waltz jump. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to glide forward like this, and we're going to be in that same like 4H position with our foot behind us at a 90-degree angle and both our arms behind us like this. So we're going to be in this position, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kick through into our H, and then we're going to actually jump, do a half turn, and we're going to land on both feet going backwards. So we're going to go like this, we're going to push, bring through, we're going to jump, and we're going to land on both feet gliding backwards. Again, you want to make sure that you're going to go here with both arms, you're going to bring them through in the air, you're going to bring them together, and you're going to land like that. So we're going to do that again with the jump. So we're going to push through, in, out. And we're going to practice that until we get comfortable with doing that half like jump from one foot landing on 2 feet until we get comfortable. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add another step to what we were just doing before, where we were doing our jump and landing on both feet backwards. So what we're going to do is we're going to again get into the same position. We're going to all do the same thing, jump, land on 2 feet, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift our foot up and we're going to land. We're going to go into a landing position, and we're going to try and hold that landing position for as long as we can. So we're going to push, jump, land. So initially, you're landing on both feet first, and then you're pushing back into that nice landing position before you go and try doing it without like landing automatically on one foot. And I feel like this is a lot easier, and it's going to help get that like it's gonna help with the feeling when you land on one foot. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put everything together and we're going to try and do a full Waltz jump, and we're going to try landing on one foot. So don't be scared to try this. I know that you guys can do it. We're going to just try with a nice small jump first, and we're going to do it with almost no speed. We're going to do it from standstill. This is going to make it a lot easier. Trust me, you don't want to go full out and go do it with a bunch of speed first. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be standing right here. We're going to push, arms behind, leg behind, through, jump, and we're going to land on one foot and we're going to glide backwards. You want to start with a very small jump, especially when you're going to land on one foot, and this is going to help get that thing, like get that feeling. And once you get more comfortable with doing like that glide, that 1 foot glide after your jump, then you're going to start doing like a bigger jump. So again, we're going to push, through, jump, and land. You want to make sure that your arms are nice and in when you do your jump. You want to make sure that on your landing position, you check, your arms are going to be facing to whichever side, the opposite side as your leg. And we're just going to work on this until we get more comfortable, and then we can go and we can just smooth it all out and we can do a nice big Waltz jump with a lot of speed. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to add some speed to our Waltz jump. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing crossovers to whichever way our jump is going, or like if you're a righty, I'm going to be doing crossovers to my right, but if you're a lefty, then you're going to be doing crossovers to your left. So we're going to do like 2 or 3 crossovers going into our Waltz jump. I'm going to be going to the right. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to stand on this back outside edge, and we're actually going to have our foot like in front of us, kind of. We're going to be in this position. Our arms are going to be open out, and our foot is kind of going to be out to the side. And then after that, once we hold this position for just a little bit, what we're going to do is we're going to bring everything together, and we're going to bring our foot right here to the back of our other foot, like so. We're going to kind of be gliding in like a position like this, and then when we step, we're going to go here, and we're just going to step, and we're kind of going to be ready, and we're going to do our jump from there. So again, we're going to be doing crossovers. We're going to hold this position, bring everything in, step, Waltz jump. And you can slowly work on doing this position until you get more and more speed, until you get more comfortable with doing your jump. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I want you guys to comment down below if you have any other requests for videos like this one, any on skating moves, or on any jumps like this one that I did today. But I hope that this video helped you guys a lot when getting your Waltz jump in figure skating, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye!